Have you ever wondered what you'd do if you were completely alone and felt a sharp pain in your chest? Maybe it starts as a tightness or a strange pressure that creeps up your left arm. Maybe even a wave of nausea that makes you feel dizzy and short of breath. Now imagine that happens at 6 a.m. before your spouse is awake, or while you're home alone reading the paper with your morning coffee. No one to call out to, no one rushing in to help, just you and the clock ticking. This isn't a scare tactic, it's a reality, and it's one too many people over 60 aren't prepared for. Heart disease is the #1 cause of death for seniors, but what often doesn't get talked about enough is this. You can survive a heart attack alone if you know exactly what to do in those first few minutes. The key is to recognize what your body is saying and act fast. Even if it feels like something, you can wait out. In this video, we're going to walk through 7 life-saving things you should know right now, especially if you live alone or spend large chunks of your day without others around. These are simple steps that can mean the difference between recovery and tragedy. You'll also learn how to reduce your risk overall, spot the most overlooked early symptoms, and prepare your home in a way that keeps you safe and in control. And before we go any further, please take a second to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. We share practical, life-changing health advice just like this every single week, specifically for those of us over 60 who want to live longer, stay independent, and thrive. Your support means the world, not just to me, but to this entire growing community of wise, empowered elders. If today's message resonates with you, like the video, share it with someone you love, and drop us a comment below. What health topic do you want help with next? Now let's talk about the first critical tip you need to know. It might sound obvious, but many seniors ignore this moment until it's too late. Listen to your chest. What does that mean? It means understanding the difference between normal chest discomfort, like heartburn after a spicy dinner, and a heart attack. A heart attack doesn't always feel like a stabbing pain. Sometimes it's just a vague heaviness, like someone set a sandbag on your breastbone, or a tight band squeezing across your upper chest. And for many women over 60, the warning signs can be even more subtle. Fatigue, jaw pain, or a cold sweat with no clear reason. If you notice any of these, even for just a minute or two, stop everything. Don't power through it. Don't wait to see if it goes away. That delay is the most common and most deadly mistake people make when they're alone. And when your heart muscle is being deprived of oxygen, every minute counts. Now let's say you're alone and starting to feel that pressure. The second critical tip is this. Don't lie down. Sit up. Why? When you lie flat, your heart has to work harder to push blood through your body. Sitting upright keeps your airways more open, helps your lungs fill better, and relieves pressure from the heart. Find a sturdy chair or sit on the floor with your back against the wall and knees bent. Keep as calm as you can. Slow your breathing. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Long and slow, it sounds simple, but this one change in posture can buy your heart precious moments. Now that we've addressed those 2 first signs and what to do about them, I know this isn't the easiest topic to sit with. It brings up fear, uncertainty, maybe even memories of friends or family who didn't get the chance to act in time. But the reason we're having this conversation today is because you are still here, and that means you have power, not control over everything, but power over what you learn, how you prepare, and how you respond when the unexpected shows up at your doorstep. We've already covered 2 big steps: recognizing unusual chest sensations and avoiding the reflex to lie down. Let's keep going. There's one more thing you must do next. Chew an aspirin. Right away. If you're able to reach a medicine cabinet or drawer, grab 1 regular strength aspirin, usually 325 milligrams, and chew it thoroughly before swallowing. Don't wait to be sure it's a heart attack. Don't skip this because you already took one earlier today. Chewing the aspirin gets it into your bloodstream faster, and its job is to stop platelets from forming a clot that could block blood flow to the heart. Yes, it can feel scary to do this on your own, but this one action has saved thousands of lives because it buys time before help arrives, or before the symptoms progress. Now that brings us to something that's too often left unsaid. Keep your phone where you can always reach it, even at night. Let me ask you, do you sleep with your phone on a nightstand across the room? Or do you leave it in the kitchen when you head to bed? That habit could cost you everything. You want your phone close enough to grab, even if you collapse to the floor, even if your vision goes blurry or your arm feels numb. Set a nightly routine. Charge your phone beside your bed, and if possible, preload it with emergency contacts you can tap fast. Better yet, set up a voice command like call 911 or call emergency, using your phone's assistant feature. That way, if your hands won't cooperate, your voice still can. And here's one more layer of defense. Text someone, anyone, quickly. If you feel yourself losing strength, type a single word, help. Pick one person, maybe a neighbor, child or friend, who knows to check in immediately if they see a message like that from you. A single text could get someone racing to your door faster than an ambulance. This isn't about paranoia. It's about preparedness. And while we're talking preparedness, let's not forget your environment. Where you sit, what you wear, even how cluttered your home is. All these things matter if you need to get help fast. Do you have medications and medical info easily accessible if paramedics arrive? Is there a list of allergies on your fridge or a health summary in your wallet? You'd be amazed how those small, quiet choices today can change what happens in a life or death moment tomorrow. Just imagine this, a future version of you, months or years from now, breathing deeply, feeling your heart strong again. Because you didn't panic, you remembered what to do, and you made it. That version of you exists, and what you're doing right now, learning, caring, preparing, is how you meet them. Let's take a moment to acknowledge something. You're still watching, still here, still showing up for yourself. That tells me everything I need to know about you. You're not someone who turns away from hard truths. You're someone who wants to be ready, not scared, but steady. So now let's talk about your breathing. During a heart attack, panic is your enemy. Panic steals your oxygen, speeds up your heart rate, and clouds your judgment. And when you're alone, that's a dangerous combination. So here's what you need to remember. You must slow your breathing on purpose. If you feel tightness in your chest or that dreaded pressure like an elephant is sitting there, start doing this right away. Breathe in slowly for 4 seconds. Hold for 2 seconds. Then exhale for 6 seconds. Again, in for 4, hold for 2, out for 6. Repeat this as long as you can. Why does this matter? Because it calms your nervous system. It gives your heart less strain, and most importantly, it buys you time. Precious minutes your body desperately needs. It also helps your brain stay clear so you don't forget those next crucial steps. Now, let's talk about something that surprises most people, especially those over 60. Not all. Heart attacks cause chest pain. That's right. Many seniors, especially women, feel it in their back, their jaw, or even their stomach. Some describe it as a strange ache between the shoulder blades. Others say it feels like really bad indigestion or nausea that just won't go away. So if you wake up in the night sweating, dizzy, or confused, and that's not normal for you, don't brush it off. If your arms feel heavy, your heart starts racing for no reason, or you feel sudden fatigue like the wind's been knocked out of you, it could be your heart whispering before it screams. I've heard too many stories of good people who waited just 10 more minutes because the pain wasn't bad enough. But with a heart attack, time is your biggest ally or your worst enemy. Every single second counts. And here's something else that matters, more than you may realize. Don't drive yourself to the hospital. I know. That sounds backwards, especially if you live alone or feel like it'll be faster. But when you're behind the wheel and your heart is in trouble, you're not in control. What happens if you pass out at a stoplight? Or if the pain takes over mid-turn? You risk your life and the lives of others. Call emergency services. Let trained responders come to you. They can start treatment the second they walk in, not 15 minutes later when you finally reach the ER parking lot. And when they arrive, having something like a medical ID bracelet or a wallet card with your medications and conditions listed can shave precious seconds off their response time. You don't have to go out and get all these things today, but you can start. One drawer, one card, one sticky note. You're not doing this to expect the worst. You're doing this to survive the worst and come back even stronger. There's something quietly heroic about that kind of preparation, isn't there? It's not flashy, it's not loud, but it's the kind of quiet strength that changes everything. If you've made it this far, I hope you're feeling more informed, and maybe even a little more powerful. Because this knowledge, it's armor, and it's peace of mind. And now you're carrying it with you, right where it belongs. Let's wrap up with something most people forget. Your mindset matters more than you think. There's a moment, often right in the middle of a heart attack, when fear starts to whisper. What if this is it? What if no one finds me? What if I waited too long? And I want you to remember something in that moment. You have already done something most people haven't. You've prepared. You've learned. You know what to do. And that means you're not powerless, not by a long shot. Let that knowledge ground you, let it keep you calm. And if you're religious or spiritual, this is the moment to reach for your faith, your breath, your anchor, whatever reminds you that you are not alone, even when no one is physically in the room with you. And now, one last tip, one that's easy to overlook until it's too late. Practice when you're calm. Run through the steps in your head. Put the emergency number somewhere visible. Show a loved one where your health info is stored. Even set a reminder every few months to revisit your emergency plan. This isn't fear-mongering. This is you taking control of your health, your story, and your future. Because when your heart skips a beat, literally, you'll already have the rhythm to bring it back in line. Now before we end, let me say this from the heart. If this video gave you even one new piece of information that could protect your future, or the future of someone you love, please take a second to like it. That helps us reach more people who truly need this, and subscribe to our channel, because we share more life-saving, independence-protecting videos just like this one every single week. And if there's a topic you've been worried about, whether it's memory loss, energy crashes, bone strength, or loneliness, tell us in the comments. We read every one, and this channel exists to serve you. Thank you for spending this time with me. And more importantly, thank you for showing up for yourself today. Here's to living smarter, stronger, and longer, because life after 60 isn't the end of the road. It's the start of the road you finally get to build for yourself. Stay safe and stay powerful.